what's it been like being around this much talent in that room and also at the same time growing close with you?
I think so far it's been my favorite offseason so far. Just all of us being able to push each other, whether it's in workouts or just getting extra work in, walkthroughs even, just all of us pushing each other to be better. And it's like, I feel like it's the most connected room as well. None of us want anybody to be left behind. So I don't know, it's been a real cool experience this offseason, just with the guys and pushing one another, like I said, and everything like that. So
yeah, I mean, with that level of talent, I feel like it's now sort of the competitiveness raised by something like that.
Exactly.
How do you feel that personally?
Like,
yeah,
what do
like
you mean?
in terms of your experience, like, you know, how do you use that as motivation to get your snaps and opportunities?
Yeah, so I mean, I feel like I know I can't have a bad practice. I can't have mental errors anymore. Like there's everybody's good. So you mess up, you have a couple of bad days in a row, there's gonna be a guy that's gonna come up and take your spot right away. Like that's how it works with anybody in the room. So we got a room just full of some dogs. So that's just, you got to approach it more professionally. Like you can't kind of be lackadaisical anymore. You got to be on top of everything because someone's coming right behind you.
Yeah. Gary said number one wide receiver in the country. This is where you guys think you're at. Do you agree? And why?
Definitely. I think just the depth. Like I think we've had the most depth, obviously, since I've been here. Just somebody go down, I don't think it's a drop off. Like we got depth from the top to the bottom. Just, you know, we got, I mean, mostly 4 and 5 stars in there, just some dogs in there. So I think we the best receiver in the country for sure.
Yeah. And Dylan, you know, packing all you guys into a minivan and doing this sort of bonding thing that you guys have been able to do off and on this offseason. How valuable has that been, and then what's it been like getting to know the guy that is going to be thrown to all of you?
I mean, for me, it's been huge. This is definitely the most connected I've been with the quarterback since I've been here. And Dylan's an awesome guy, one of the funniest dudes I ever met. When it's time to be serious, he'll be serious. Definitely will be serious. But, I mean, it's been huge. Just the offseason, just even going on a little retreat we went on and stuff like that, just to get to spend the time with the guy, spend the time with the quarterback. I mean, the connection with the quarterback is huge, but it's not just on the field. You got to be good friends with him off the field. So he's not going to lick your way all the time, you know? So you got to be good friends with him off the field too. So, I mean, that's been probably the biggest, I'll say the biggest thing for me too, is just having that connection with Dylan this offseason. That's been one of my biggest standouts so far. So, yeah.
This offense was so explosive last year. How can you guys take another step forward?
I think we got Noah back now, so that's another dog coming back. And then, I think just with all the new wideouts and then me going in there, just making all the plays, we got so many weapons everywhere you look, whether it's obviously the receivers, like I said before, we got the number one, we do have the number one receiver room in the country. We got tight ends, running backs, obviously Dylan and Dante at quarterback, so we got some guys this year. So everywhere you look, you know, it's not a weak link in our offense at all. So.
And then on the defensive side, to bring in a guy like Jabbar and some other guys, like how have they pushed you guys to get better?
Oh, it's been huge. Like we got some DBs too, you know. So I mean, going versus guys like Jabbar, a vet that's been in it for a while, and all the other guys in there has been huge for me at least. And it's been huge for me and all the other wideouts. You know, just having vets in there that know what they're doing, teaching me little things after practice. I can ask little questions, how you see me do this, how you see me do that, and they have answers like that. So, that's been a big step. I've been lucky to have some of that with guys like Gonzo and Kyrie in the past too, but a guy like Jabbar and then and Dante and all the other corners we got too, it's huge for us as receivers.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah.
You look behind you, you see the big there.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you guys? What does it mean to you personally? I mean, how much different is it? What's your mindset like going into the season, playing in a new conference like that?
Yeah, I think SEC and Big, probably the two best. I thought that since I was a kid growing up, like Chicago area, my pops have going to Iowa and stuff. I kind of always just assumed that I would be in the Big Ten and stuff like that. So now going to be in the Big Ten, it's going to all kind of come into reality. And I think Big Ten got some big guys over there and stuff like that. So it's gonna be some games this year. We got going into Michigan, Ohio State, all that. We're gonna have some good games this year. I think it's just a step up from where we were at before. So
The road venues, do you have one that you're really looking forward to?
game wise, I'm looking for all of them, to be honest. I just wanna go do my thing. So any game, yeah.
What did you get out of the dime time retreat with Dylan going down there to Grants Pass and hanging out there that day? What did you personally get out of it?
Well, I get just being able to spend more time with Dylan and even just some of the other new guys, the receivers as well. Just spending time with them outside of football for a whole day and learning things I didn't know before personally of him, and listening to Dylan's funny jokes and stories and stuff like that. He's a character, so it was just a good time overall. We didn't even talk about too much about football. Just kind of kept it just our life and stuff like that, little things. So it was just a good time.
What if you managed to get a ride in the minivan yet?
Yeah, like once, but
Yeah. What is it like when your quarterback can literally have whatever he wants?
Yeah.
In the not too distant future, I'm sure he will. But
yeah.
that's what he's rolling in. And do you tease him about it, or are you just like, well, that's
No,
that's
I think it's cool. I think it's cool. That's what he decided. Like, we all think it's cool. It's funny. It fits his personality, though. If you know him, that's who he is. Like, he wants everybody to be involved, whether it's the janitor or whoever. He knows everybody's names. Cool with everybody. A great guy. So it fits his personality. You know. Yeah.
What do you have a particular role at receiver, Kyler, that you gravitate to most? I realize that the outside spots are kind of interchangeable, X and Z and stuff, but is there one that either you prefer or certain routes from a certain spot that you prefer?
Like you said, X and Z. Either way, I'm cool with. As long as I'm on the field and being in position to make plays, I'm perfectly fine with that. But I mean, route-wise, people like to think I'm just a fade ball threat and stuff like that, but I can run some routes. So I think I'll be able to showcase it more this year. So really, I mean, any route. I'll have a favorite route once I make the plays and stuff like that and start, being able to.
So it's not a 9 or a bang 8.
No, it's not that yet. It's whatever's gonna give me the ball. Like personally, high school and stuff, I like sluggers. Obviously, I like 9s. Anything, whatever I can get the ball.
How do you feel physically different, even than 2 years ago? Obviously, you were an early enrollee and all of it, and reclassified and all this. But how do you feel physically different and more prepared today to be in a position to be on the 2 deep and be contributing the way you want compared to even a year ago?
Yeah, just physically, I mean, I came in probably like 190, and I'm right at 210 right now, still trying to get up a little bit. So I've been staying at 210. So that just put on weight, just getting stronger and then getting faster too, just gaining speed. And yeah, the physical aspect of it, just knowing I can go out there and be a dog with all these little dudes and stuff like that. So that's just the physical aspect. But I feel like a lot of it has been just the mental side of things. Just I came in at a super weird time period for a high school to go to college. I came in 2 weeks ago, like right before we had this past break. So I kind of got thrown right into fall camp. It's difficult to pick up a playbook like this in fall camp, especially when I came in by myself. So it wasn't like a whole group of new guys coming in. It was just me. So eventually it took time to really learn the playbook, and especially throughout the off season. So I mean, this off season was just huge, putting on weight, gaining strength, speed, and all that, and just knowing, having the confidence to go out there and just do me. So
We know skill position guys are usually a little flashy. Receivers in particular, a little flashy. Usually got a little drip, tats, whatever the case. Coach Adams has a little bit to him too.
He does.
All right, so where do you rank his watch game, his drip game? Where is it?
His watch game,
Yeah.
he got some watches for sure. He always talking about the Rolex, so he's got that. He's got all the shoes you could possibly imagine. It comes in with a new jumpsuit every week or every day, so he's got some to him. So
In the receiver room in particular, does it help? But does that help relatability with a coach? When a coach is like that, as opposed to if you were if you were a really older guy and kind of a little boring or something, a little bit more plain.
Yeah, I think so. Like when most of the guys can relate to what their coach got going, I think it does help. like outside of the football stuff. But when it comes to football, it's business, so that gets thrown out the window. But you're outside around the building, joking around and stuff like that. So, seen the shoes or whatever. Yeah, that can definitely help. Yeah.
Couple more questions.
Kyler, is there a true freshman, could be your position group, could be another, that you think is looking good or people should know about, be talking about?
True freshman. I feel like that would be a better question for me to answer once fall camp gets wrapped up. Like I feel like there's a bunch of guys that have shown flashes of good things. I mean, all the young wideouts have shown some real flashes of things, and at other positions too. But once fall camp's going, we start hitting, throw the pads on, we'll really see. We start standing out. So,
Okay, I'll follow up later.
for sure.
Dan said during his press conference that Junior Adams does a really good job of creating. There's already a bunch of competition in the room, obviously, some talented guys, but he does a good job of breeding that competition and bringing out the best of everyone. How do you think he does that?
Your last one.
Yeah, he does that. I mean, he does that a lot of different ways, but I think he does that just by making sure you're on top of everything. And a lot of it comes within the playbook. Like the younger dudes, obviously, it's a big playbook. It's a lot to learn and stuff, and not even the playbook, but just routes and little things. He's not going to let you slide, just doing stuff you're not supposed to be doing. So he'll bring the best out of you that way, and you can get frustrated and stuff like that. And he's not going to give up. He's going to keep trying to push you and keep, as long as you're in his room, he's going to keep going until you get it. Or if you don't get it, then you don't get it. But he's going to keep pushing you and keep, yeah, that's it. That's it.
Thanks.
Let's go.